will be matched up against Lamont Butler, one of the best defenders in the country. The tip goes to Yale.
Question will be, can Yale handle the physicality and toughness, the championship pedigree that San Diego State brings to the table? They were tough against Auburn, have to be tough tonight.
They beat Auburn 78-76. Auburn had a few looks at it in the final possession of that game, and Yale survived the conference tournament and beating Brown in dramatic miracle fashion. Mahoney gets the first look as a three.
Interesting matchup between Lamont Butler being able to guard Polikitas. He is glued on him, and he will blow up screen and rolls and trying to get through it.
They turn Butler away. Trammell gets a three-point look. A couple of three-point looks, one for each. And Ledee, that's what we're talking about. He is a load.
He's just a monster on the glass. Now the question for San Diego State is, can they make some perimeter jumpers around Ledee? Yale going to show plenty of attention. That would go a long way.
Polikitas goes down hard, still has not gotten up. And he's grasping that left elbow as he trots on back. It's Micah Parrish. Gets about 9 and 4 this year for San Diego State.
Parrish, one of those guys struggling. Just 2 of his last 15 from 3. He needs to be a shot maker tonight against the Yale D.
Jay Powell spins, goes back the other way, misses everything.
I love Matt Nolan. He's a power forward at his small size. He plays extremely big down there.
There it is, in and out.
He has a feel for the game, high basketball IQ, but this is unfortunately for Yale. As you can see, he goes down hard on his elbow and wrist.
Hopefully that's something he can shake off, because he has been balling for Yale.
28 points versus Auburn. Boy, he lighted it up from behind the line.
And for him, Steve, it was when the pressure and the light shone the brightest. You talk about the Ivy League title game, this game against Auburn, last 2 games, he's averaging 23 a game. He's 17 of his last 31 from the field and 10 of his last 18 from 3. It's been his best basketball in the season's biggest moments.
It's both free throws. Matt Nolan and that trip down to the line. They need points.
Darion Trammell, huge part of last year's national runner-up team.
It's going to be important for Wolf to push Ledee out like this. You let him post you at that charge arc, you're going to be in trouble.
Butler with a look for 3, and it's a 5-0 start.
Lamont Butler has knocked down some threes and made some huge buckets for San Diego State, especially down the stretch in their last game.
Here's the matchup, Butler against Polikitas. In and out for August Mahoney, who shoots about 46% from 3. And Trammell draws the body contact against Mahoney, his first.
We talked to James Jones in practice yesterday, and he wanted this Yale team to be aggressive when Ledee is off the bounce. You see them going for that steal. Mbang doesn't get it, and that's a massive shot. San Diego State made 3 early threes in that game against UAB, and even though they only finished with 5, I thought that really gave them confidence early offensively.
Their percentages, 3-point field goal percentages, 309th in the country. And clearly that is what Yale's going to try to give up. Parrish spins back baseline and the 7-0 start.
That's a great start for San Diego State. Also for Parrish, he needed that one.
3 of his last 4 games in single digits. He's certainly capable, but he has been through some struggles here. Dig there. Just flying in.
Polikitas doesn't waste any time. You mentioned 6 of 9 shooting from 3 in that first round game.
Oh, he's asking for Ledee. He was down there.
Got a good fight though by Nolan to get around.
Excellent fight.
Pokes it away and forces a turnover. Yale trying to convert on this end, can't do it.
Nolan's everywhere.
He's one of those glue guys that just always competes. Great team guy. I think his stat line kind of reflected that against Auburn. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
And Ledee looking for more of those. His 41st three-point attempt, his 18th three-point make of the season.
Interesting. You see the pressure that the guards San Diego State put on, and they have Nolan bringing it up just to have some pressure release.
Indeed, normally a post-up player, he'll hit some mid-range jumpers, but he has somewhat of a green light there to shoot the three. Mahoney answers after an 0 for 5 start for Yale.
A big shot for Yale, had to have it. Mahoney flying off those pin downs, and Micah Parrish just getting picked off. Not good enough because Mahoney can flat out shoot it.
Parrish hit his first shot, misses his second attempt. Rebound to Danny Wolf, playing without the face mask too, by the way.
We saw him take that off against Auburn and then immediately get cracked in the face. So good to see that it's still off.
Broke his nose in the Cornell game in the regular season. He said he took it off because it was bothering him here offensively. Pulikitis with another miss. 0 for 2 start.
That's his shot, though. He loves that step-back jumper. We saw him make that in the first round on Friday.
Ledee jab step. He is caught back-to-back. Ledee turned three-point assassin.
He likes playing on the outside, and I guess if you're knocking him down like that, just looking at that big body, he's shooting it with confidence, though.
A perfect 3 for 3, and how about 2 for 2 from three-point land?
Well, let's watch him catch it. No hesitation. Danny Wolf, you got to get up. And look, one more time, he said, I'm a shooter.
Lauren, Ledee given more freedom as we've seen offensively.
Yes, and he is a problem, Lisa, in the best way. He is the biggest, he is the strongest, but don't put him on the block the whole time. He does not want to be there. He says, I want to play face up. I want to shoot the mid-range, and that's why it's impossible to guard him. He can score at all 3 levels. I watched him at practice yesterday, shoot from the outside. Asked coach, isn't he more valuable inside? He sighed, said, sometimes you just have to get out of the way and let people be great.
Thank you, Lauren. Lamont Butler, meanwhile, on the what was supposed to be maybe a touchdown pass, commits the first personal. You know, putting the 2 3-pointers in perspective for Ledee, guys, the last 2 3-point game that he had was back on December 5th. Just doesn't happen a whole lot. Nolan backdoor, finding Mbang for 2.
San Diego State getting their wires crossed there. You want to post trap, that's okay, but the backside has got to be aware. And there's just nobody home.
When you go trap when the guy's looking right at you.
Well, that's the thing, too.
He's dribbling, he's looking right at the guy coming.
And if you're not on it, it's going to be a layup.
There's a post touch for Ledee. Let's be honest, he's pretty good there, too.
Well, who wants to post up when you can be so successful like that? All bigs want to shoot threes, and it's one of those deals, but Ledee is a guy that can give you problems at all 3 levels.
And Robbie, you know, you and I were watching practice yesterday. Look how deep he is with this post. It was something that Yale's trying to avoid tonight.
Yeah, James Jones said he gets it at that charge arc, we're in deep trouble. We get him close to that foul line, we've got a real chance.
And so Danny Wolf commits his first personal. Ledee misses the free throw. He hasn't missed many, 25 of his last 27 from the free throw line. That's something to watch, though. Danny Wolf knows that he's going to be tested. He's only fouled out twice this season. And one of them happening on Friday.
It was. I mean, they need him just to be on the floor. One, he can space the floor. Also, he can score down on the block. He has to be active.
He's so unique, Steve, because of his handle. I mean, look at that. This is double cross, spin. He likes to hoop out there.
Dribble handoffs. He has good feel.
Mahoney about to cut. Man, he just curled and found the bucket.
And that pass by Danny Wolf was right on the money. Cut off him, move it out the basketball, he'll find you.
Great cut by Mahoney. You're not just using Wolf as the passer, he's a screener at the same time as well.
Nick Townsend is matched up with Ledee now.
Soft touch, hard take for Reese Waters, who has checked in.
Well, 2 guys that were struggling, Micah Parrish, Reese Waters, those guys need to score the rock, and early on they've done that. Saunders
trying to defend Wolf, that double team coming, all touch pass, beautifully done, a couple of good possessions for Yale.
A hockey assist by Wolf. A great read, and when the pressure was coming, to get out of it, and a perfect pass out of it, that created a hockey assist.
Those interior passes aren't easy either. You got to get it there, but there's got to be some touch on it as well.
Ledee trying to post up Townsend. Tons of physicality. And Butler draws the foul.
Look at that one. That's right on the money. Soft, put it right there. Then the next one, watch the double coming. Good feel, picks it up. And that's a good touch pass by Townsend.
Well, that cut by Townsend to make himself available. Now you draw that backside guy, and you've got disadvantaged basketball.
Butler with a soft touch at the free throw line. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. We have talked about it, Spokane being the only location this year hosting both the men's and the women's games on the first weekend. Gonzaga women will play Utah tomorrow. Just about a mile and a half away from where we're playing the men's tournament here. NCAA East second round in the last tip time of the night. It'll stay here with 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Lisa, to piggyback on your point about Spokane, the crowd here has been unbelievable. The way that these games have been attended, and certainly Grand Canyon bringing their students helped a little bit, but the turnout here by the people of Spokane has been just phenomenal.
The locals call it Hooptown USA for good reason.
Rightfully so, and there's Danny Wolf. And he needed that. He struggled a little bit against Auburn. He had 13 points, but he was 4 of 15, 1 of 5 for 3. They have to get him going.
Yale is 4 for 4 now in their last few trips down the court. Isaac, just like these bigs, size it up for three-point territory. There's Saunders a catch and shoot.
I think it'd be wise, Steve, though, for Yale to show multiple bodies, and you've got to make San Diego State prove that they can make enough threes to beat you.
Not a great three-point shooting team at all.
And Miles Bird moving the body, his first personal.
Well, Wolf, we know he can shoot the basketball. 33% on the year, a little bit down in conference play, just 29% in Ivy League action, but he is a skilled 5. He's a threat and pick and pop, and that's a great sign for the Bulldogs that one goes down early.
Maybe he should leave the mask off. I mean, in all honesty, he said it was bothering him, and the reason why he took it out, or took it off.
Good rebound.
SD.
Garum gave them really good minutes in the win against Auburn, and he's being pretty productive right here.
Coming over Bird with a monster swat. And Ledee back the other way. There's Bird pursuing Saunders.
A lot of chirping going on right now.
Well, that was like bowling pins right there. Everybody's on the ground, and Elijah Saunders just finding his way.
Dunk foul by Waters, his first.
Well, our first game had some carnage. Our second game has some carnage. But it works out for Elijah Saunders. He's hanging on rims.
Stopped in and checked in with Brian Dutzer.
Coach, Ledee's rolling, but what do you like about his supporting cast so far?
I like the way we're sharing the ball. Maybe we're doubling, not so well in the low post, giving up a couple baskets, undisciplined, but I like the way we're playing.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
You see the run that they made, that's what I think a lot of people think of now when they hear the name San Diego State, making it all the way to the national championship game last year. It's really transformed the branding of the school. And to put it in perspective, the first Mountain West team to win a game in the Sweet 16, Elite 8, and Final Four last year. And to contrast, they had lost in the first round the last 3 years.
Did you see that pass?
Tight window.
That window was tight. He put it right there.
Incredible look.
Garland gives it up. He's trying to finish it off.
You need those buckets.
Missed opportunity there. More good interior passing. Yale sharing the rock down low.
Waters takes the corner, mid-range jumper not there. Look at the end-bang getting up to clear.
He does a little bit of everything for them.
James Jones said this dude is our engine.
Wolf walks with it.
He walked with that one. That is impressive from the 7-footer.
Just a sophomore, maybe definitely one of the most improved players in the Ivy League. You could argue one of the more improved players across the country.
I think he's a great example, Lisa, of someone that waited his turn. I mean, you're playing behind seniors last year. You get to learn and practice. And now look at what he's doing. First team All-Ivy League, MOP at the Ivy Tourney. He has really made a nice jump.
Now it's Townsend, and that double team immediately coming with Ledee in the touch. 3 blue jerseys defending him, and draws this second personal on Townsend. That's one of the best things he can do is draw fouls.
I'm watching that play. They came to double, but they left. I think you just stay right.
I agree.
You just got to make him give it up.
I think with the way that San Diego State has shot it, even on Friday, 5 of 18 from 3, Ledee is the guy. You know, he can go for 30. We saw it against UAB. He has almost half their points, just under half in that win on Friday. So I'm with you. I'd stay.
Let's watch on this play. They come right now. He has it on a high post. I thought right here you stay. You just keep staying. You don't go back and make him play out through a crowd, and he has to give that up. But if not, his quickness and strength, he's going to get to that free throw line.
And if you're not going to stay, all the guys around are to the basketball. You are stopping the bounce on the dribble.
And so Townsend will take a seat with his 2 personals. You can see he's frustrated. Ledee can do that to you. He draws about 8.5 fouls per game, second best in the country. Only Purdue Zach Edey gets more. Allenton has checked in, had that big block towards the end, but he loses it against Auburn.
Bring that thing down, and Darian Trammell's coming for it.
There's well short. And a foul, the tie-up, as Allenton commits the first personal.
That's what I love about Ledee. Even without the basketball point blank thrown to him, he still works. He drew that foul right now just because of his hustle, and he sealed the defender on that play and drew the foul.
Second in the Mountain West in offensive rebounds per game at 3.3. His motor is just tremendous.
He likes that left side.
Last couple misses really flat from Reese Waters coming out of his hand.
Largest lead has been 10 for San Diego State. And Mahoney penetrated.
Good rebound. What goes by Matt pass.
6 rebounds for Ledee. For 3. How about 4 of 8 shooting from 3-point territory to get going?
That kid is a sophomore. I think he's going to be very good. He has great length, great skills, and he's confident.
Yale is daring him to shoot the 3. 31% for the season, but 50% here so far in the game.
Bird got popped in the face, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go take a look at this.
Ron Groover in his 14th season, or 14th NCAA tournament. Paul Sells in his 9th NCAA tournament, and Matt Potter in his 9th NCAA tournament. Your officials here tonight.
Bird took a nice shot. He was asking the referees to take a look at it, and they are.
Oh, man.
I don't think that was.
I think it's incidental.
It's incidental, yes.
It's unfortunate for Miles Bird.
Let's just watch it. No, I don't think so. I think that's incidental.
I agree with you. But Miles Bird would say it still hurt.
It hurt.
It still didn't feel good.
Where did the points come from right now? Well, I was going to say Wolf just checked back in.
With the roster that was out there, or the lineup that was out there, a little bit uncomfortable, I think, for Yale, because they played through Pulikitis, they played through Wolf so much, and it was going to have to be Mahoney. But Yale going so cold to start this game from 3. You know, they made 9 threes against Auburn. And they're going to have to make some shots from the perimeter with the way that San Diego State guards.
And so they've made some substitutions. Danny Wolf will check back in. And Yale, no points in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. Yale, one of the Cinderella stories left in the tournament. With a rally in the Ivy League to beat Brown, had to barely beat Auburn 78-76 in the first round to get to this point. What a finish! Talk about a hammer.
Well, a nice pick for Ledee, and the guard has to bump Ledee, but I'm with the guard. I don't know if I want to bump that big fella come across that lane. You got to do it, though. You got to get some help. Yes.
Largest lead of the game, Mahoney trying to break into that.
Yale's had some good looks here. Beautiful flare screen there. Mahoney's got a good look, but there's just nothing going right now for the Bulldogs.
22% shooting from three-point territory. 8 and some change left to play in the first half. Bird and alley-oop hits Ledee once again. Rising high, and San Diego State stock is rising as well.
Yes, indeed. Watch Ledee set this screen, but then he curls out of it, and that's a beautiful pass right on the money. And that's the first one. That's just me being bigger and stronger than everybody, but Bird puts this one right on the money. San Diego State is rolling right now.
He already has 15 points, and Yale can't hit a shot.
I don't think it could be discounted. You know, the run that San Diego State went on last year, even though Nate Mensa, Keyshawn Johnson, Matt Bradley are no longer here. We mentioned the title game DNA you get from getting to the Final Four and making a run like that. This is a very experienced group, and what a start to the first 12 minutes for the Aztecs.
What I like about them is they can win ugly games. Good pass.
So Wolf dropping it off. We've seen his passing ability now a couple of times to Noling this time.
They hang their hat on defense getting stops, and then they just have a treat and a guy that can get you 30.
That ends an 11-0 run. A much-needed bucket for the Bulldogs. Saunders for three. They are red hot from distance.
Elijah Saunders was 2 of his last 14 from 3. And if San Diego State's going to make threes, guarding Ledee is going to be a nightmare.
It already has been.
As if it's been easy so far.
It's been a nightmare night for Yale. They're hitting their threes, and Ledee, 15 points. Killing them from both sides, and Mahoney may be an offensive answer for Yale.
I think he has to be aggressive. Yeah. He's the one guy, especially running a screen and roll with Wolf, that can be able to get his shots.
Saunders feeling it. Why not?
Perfect time to take it when you're up 15. Now you move the lead up to 18.
60% shooting for San Diego State. Saunders trying to chase it down. It'll be off him last.
That wasn't at the line either. I mean, that was a good 3 or 4 feet back. And how about the Aztecs shooting it from 3, 6 of 10 from downtown? Who are these guys letting it rain? It's not just the Ledee show. Everybody else making shots.
Big lead for San Diego State. Yale's got to get some answers. Lauren is with James Jones.
Coach, you constantly claw back when down early. How do you settle in?
Well, they've made every shot. It's hard when they make every shot. So we got to do a better job at contesting a three-pointer, and we got to do a better job at executing our offense. We've only turned over twice. We've got some really good looks. They just haven't gone down for us. Hopefully we can start to make some shots.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Pretty straightforward, as we know James Jones can be. Cool, calm, and collected, picking up the second win in the NCAAs for this program. He's a part of both wins. A Long Island native and has been at Yale since 1999. 7 seconds here to shoot for his team. Coming out of that timeout, 5 seconds here to shoot. Mahoney off the bounce, 1 second to shoot, gets blocked. Trammell was all over him.
He doubled.
So they give it right back.
You see Trammell standing all of 5'10", so let me have that block and gave him a little chest to him.
Do you believe that he is 5'10"?
About 5'9". But watch this, he plays like 6 feet. Look at him.
He's got all heart, man.
No.
You know,
that all started with the pressure on the perimeter there. That possession out of the timeout was just really blown up.
He nailed that shot like he nailed my tee at practice sitting on the table yesterday. Spilled all over the floor. He apologized, of course.
He apologized a lot. He was hurt.
He steps it back. Now those were shots that he was hitting on Friday.
They need him to score. He's been such a playmaker for them. Now offense feels really hard for the Bulldogs.
Bulakitas, no points after coming off that career high. Trammell drawing the foul against Mbang, his first.
Well, I think it's a different defender. Lamont Butler is one of those guys that he is a glue, and he sticks to you.
It's a shooting foul, so 3 free throws coming for Darion Trammell. Courtside. Refresh your fandom with the delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Smitty, is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Got to get one more of those out of you. We're discussing the height of Darion Trammell. He is listed at 5'10", 175, and he talked about, obviously making up for lack of size, got to get under guys, right? When he plays defensively, we saw an example where he can get up and over guys too.
He's just a good player. We're talking about last year the South Region most outstanding player in the NCAA tournament. He's done it on the biggest stage. He's a guy that wins ball games, and right now San Diego State looks just tremendous.
A 20-4 run in the last 5:45 and counting.
Because of their ball pressure, look where they make you start your offense way beyond the three-point line. Here's Lamont Butler. Watch him defensively.
And Butler's taking on this Bulakitas challenge and is holding him scoreless here in the first half.
The physicality, yeah, and you make him take that type of shot. If Bulakitas makes it, you tip your cap, but that's great defense there from Lamont Butler.
Parrish jab step, and he'll step right behind the three-point line, misses a shot. But 6 of 11 shooting still from 3 for San Diego State. Some support, finds his back. Butler. Now back-to-back three-point misses.
It doesn't go, but the initial surge and the decision-making there, great hands on one end and then setting up Butler. Really high-level stuff from Darion Trammell.
Rolling spins off the glass, too strong.
Very good defense, but also just unlucky. The Yale Bulldogs, they missed some point-blank shots.
That's an only shot right there. He loved that little left hook.
He was the guy that hit that game winner against Brown to win the Ivy League Conference Tournament Championship. Ladie's got 2 3-pointers, passes that one out. Butler inside, boy, he's got that burst of speed.
I think if you're Yale, you got to get the ball to Danny Wolf. Let him work down on the block or let him work from the outside.
It's just his third shot that he's taken.
Logo 3.
I didn't say logo, I said outside.
Just his third shot that Danny Wolf has taken here tonight. More pay points for him, 17 now in the game.
The variety, Steve, of ways that we've seen Ladie score. 3 post-ups, dribble drives, rolls. He's done it in a bunch of different ways.
Ryan Dutcher has 1,000 ways to get him the basketball. That was beautiful on that pick and roll.
For 3. Backs it down from the corner. And just the third 3-point make for Yale tonight.
Well, San Diego State is daring him to shoot. They're leaving him open. Mbang just 24% from 3 on the year. They're going to make him prove it here in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Ties for the lead for Yale with his 7 points to go with Mahoney's 7. The D against Wolf. The D going off the bounce. A triple team coming. Trammell works it around. Michael Parrish waiting in and out.
I think that's what you got to do. You're showing multiple bodies. Make other people beat you if you're Yale. And a foul on the floor against Jay Powell, his second.
We'll take a timeout. Plus 20 for San Diego State.
San Diego State led by Jaden Ledee. He gives you a little bit of everything. One of the best players in the country, in the paint, off pick and rolls. Another play where he has beautiful hands to catch and he can finish. They're up 20 and he's having a ball game. When you look at what he's doing right now, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the three-point line. Only thing, he's missed a free throw. 3 of 4. He's struggling. He is struggling.
The one thing he has not done tonight.
He's almost outscored Yale. Look at that graphic.
18 less shots.
Yeah, good point. Good point. You know, Brian Dutzer had talked about, obviously, our culture is defense. If we don't make shots, they really feel like they can still win games because of their defense. Now, if they play defense, which they're doing tonight, and make shots, you get the result that we're getting here tonight.
Yeah, defense plus 1.3 points per possession will win you some ball games.
And Bang spins back.
Unlucky. I mean, that's point blank.
Jamal hesitation. Heidi has entered the game. Post up. And it will go back the other way.
The question for the Aztecs with Ledee on the bench, you know, who do you kind of play through here? No Butler either out there on the floor. I guess it's going to be Micah Parrish and Reese Waters.
Largest halftime deficit this season has been 10 for Yale.
Need some touches from Danny Wolf. Through Yale, he has to get more touches.
They're flirting with maybe their lowest point total of the half. That's 26.
They got to get this guy going too. Pulikitis has got to be a factor offensively.
Mid-range jumper. He's gotten his looks. Like I said, he has hit those shots on Friday.
He loves that step back.
Trammell inside the paint. Boy, that's smooth. Silky smooth for Darion Trammell.
I think that, though, Steve, was a frustration play by Pulikitis. You're trapping Micah Parrish in the post. And with Ledee off the floor, you shouldn't be trapping anybody on the block.
He was on the block, and he ended up at the three-point line. You got to get out of it.
But they went on the same page on the backside of that trap.
Rolling shoulder shake.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You left it with a nice right-hand push.
But you don't see him go to that right hand very often. He wants to get back and go to his strong left.
The lead is still 20. Inside a minute. Time to shoot. Catch and shoot from the corner. Out the bucket. A possible 4-point play for Trammell.
The way he relocates there to get into the vision of the passer. High-level stuff. Trammell didn't score much against UAB. Only 4 points, but great pass. He gets there. That's just a big-time shot by a guy who's been a big-time player in his time in the NCAA tournament.
Look at that look.
Get that picture. It's impressive. No Ledee on the floor, and they're extending the lead.
The wave is broken out here.
A 4-point play for Trammell. Look at these guys. Mpang is exhausted. Yeah, one of the Cinderella stories coming into tonight. All kinds of attention, interviews, text messages. People you haven't heard of reaching out to you, coming off of that dramatic first-round win. Having said that, San Diego State is just playing better. Here tonight, we got a timeout. San Diego State calling it 33 seconds before the half. Well, coming up on AT&T at the half, scores and highlights and the latest NCAA tournament news. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Ledee leading the way. 17 points, he's checked back in. For the final 33 seconds. Shot clock still in play, 3-second differential. free up Trammell. Between the legs, he's going to take another three. And a jump ball. It'll stay here. 1.6.
I mean, you do a great job of rebounding. Unfortunately, it's a jump ball and it stays with San Diego State. And now they have a chance to run a play to get them another bucket. After watching the D, he is going to dive. He's going to seal.
This looks like a great lob.
This is a seal for Ledee some kind of way.
Parrish sneaks in, can't get the bucket. And San Diego State holds Yale to 21 points in the first half, the lowest point total in the first half for the Bulldogs this year. Previous low was 26. Defense and offense has been strong for San Diego State. We check in with Lauren.
Coach, 5 threes on Friday, already 7 tonight. How have you been able to get it going from the perimeter?
I think we're sharing the ball and taking the right ones. But like most coaches, I'm more concerned with what we left off the board. We missed some layups. We missed some shots. I know Yale's a tough group. They're going to fight back.
Yeah, and how do you make them not fight back? I know you weren't happy with the way UAB fought back when you were up 12 on Friday. How do you avoid that?
Just got to know it's March. We got to play good defense. That's why we're here, because of our defense and our rebounding.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Lisa.
Well, thank you, Lauren. To his point, they're actually shooting better from 3 than they are from layups here tonight. 3 of 7 from layups for the first half. That's the end of the first, 45-21. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. First half stats, well, San Diego State has set a largest halftime lead record in NCAA tournament play at plus 24, and the numbers are impressive. The three-point shooting, 47% for the game for a team that shoots 31%. Now some positives for Yale as we take a look at time now for our AT&T Connected Cam. They shared the basketball a few good times of moving the basketball in a few possessions of the first half.
Well, early on, the interior passing for Yale was certainly on point. The cut there by Mahoney and then the finish on that play. But Yale went ice cold. 4 of their last 17 from the field over the last 12 minutes. They're going to have some of these guys make some shots. And John Poulikitis has got to be a guy. No points, 0 for 5 from the field. He's got to get going, Steve.
Lauren Shahadi, what did James Jones have to say?
Yeah, I asked if John Poulikitis is feeling any discomfort. Remember, he fell on that wrist and elbow earlier, yet to score, as Robbie said, had 28 Friday. I'm told he's fine. And Coach Jones bringing up history at the half. He said, hey, remember in 2016, we fell down early to Duke after we beat Baylor in our first NCAA tournament win. We got within 4. We fight. That's what we are and who we are.
Great stuff, Lauren. The only other win for Yale was to get to that point to play Duke, and now 12 points after that bucket for Trammell.
Well, I think this half, someone has to get going, because at the beginning it was great passing because they were double teaming. Now they can just play man to man and play straight up. Somebody's going to have to make a difference.
We had big questions about everybody around Ledee, and for at least this game tonight so far, the other guys have played terrific. Darian Trammell has been fabulous.
Some of that ball movement on the first half, 7 assists on their 9 buckets for Yale. Mbe coming over, blocked by Pale. Poulikitis, he's got to put it up and draws the foul with the shot clock winding down.
That was a gift. That was a possession where there was nothing happening for Yale, and Poulikitis wisely finding some contact.
Was he shooting 3? Was that a shooting foul? That's where they're going to look.
We've had a lot of reviews in this region these last couple days.
Well, let's look at this one.
See where he's at, yep. He's well behind the three-point line.
A quick review. Well done.
And there's
We'll
3
take
shots.
it.
And it's 3 shots. They're giving him 3 shots.
That was executed well by the officials.
Yes.
That was to Ron Groover, Paul Sells, and Matt Potter.
0.5 seconds. They got that one up the court. Good job.
Did that in about as much time that was left on the shot clock when he got fouled.
They're back, though. They return to the monitor. And all right, now they're leaving. This is good.
3 shots. 3 shots. 3 shots for John.
scoreless until there. 0 for 5 from the field.
This could get him going.
Yeah, this is big for him.
I mean, now he's got to let it loose. He's got to pump fake. He got to play fast. I know Lamont Butler's hanging all over him, but he's going to have to come in and impose his will. Shot fakes, drive it, throw himself into him, try to get him in foul trouble.
And some of the shots he made against Auburn were just spectacular plays. Those 28 points, they weren't easy.
You can check out on your second screen on TNT. About a second left. It's a tight one between #1 seed Houston and Texas A&M. Possession game over there. Jamal feeding Ledee. He got Wolf back up in the air.
I thought he double dribbled.
Well, he got the offensive rebound, and Ledee another LeDunk.
Butler is blowing up those DHO dribble handoffs.
Pulikitas inside the three-point line.
That was an open look.
And Wolf set a great screen to free him up.
The D 98 career points in the NCAA tournament. How about Trammell, though?
Darren Trammell in the last 2 games has 7 points total. 2 of 9 from the field, and it's been a totally different story tonight.
About 15 here tonight. He's balling.
And he was hot in the Mountain West Conference tourney. He was 6-11 from 3, and he's back at it so far in this game.
I think it was the accuracy to the tee at the practice yesterday, and that just jump-started the offense.
My cup of tea that I put on the table at practice, and he was doing a little hacky sack with the basketball.
That's all he needed. I mean, we got 160 feet of space here on the table, and he kicked it right into your tee.
Wolf from the wing sinks a three-pointer. All he's done is hit three-pointers for all 6 points.
You do that, Steve, at a high level, and you can make some money in the 7th inning.
With the reach in.
That's his second foul. Oh, his third.
Oh, they're toweling up. Everybody taking a three-point look.
Beautiful box out by Wolf.
It's not really been Powell's game. Now, one of his last 12 from beyond the arc.
Only 34 three-point attempts that he's taken for the season. Wolf trying to spin off the backdoor look. There's the ball movement we've talked about. Nolan with the finish.
They've got San Diego State into some rotation, and they've had those close quarters passes. They have been successful with that.
9 assists on 11 buckets. Waters.
No momentum right now for the Bulldogs.
Maybe a little bit of a quick shot there. I'm not sure Brian Dutcher loved that one.
Powell puts it away. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Watch the pass, a good move, spin, touch pass by Bez, and there's Matt. Being able to finish. Positive play for the Yale Bulldogs. Momentum builder. Here we go, Lisa.
Pulikitas. 5 to shoot. Pulikitas from the way.
Told y'all. Let's go, Yale.
Yes, psychic Steve
We need a
Smith.
game right now.
Got some juice here.
7-0 run.
Here comes the stabilizer. They're going right down to Ledee.
Where it should go.
Pulikitas' first field goal of the night. Off the glass, Micah Parrish.
That's certainly one way to answer this little run here. Micah Parrish, you got contact all over it. That's the weight room there getting to the rim.
How about that? We love it. Our tournament summary, Clemson also upsetting number 3 seed Baylor, and then UConn, the number 1 seed, taking care of Northwestern at this site in Spokane. Alabama defeating Grand Canyon. Tough day at the Drew household. Both Baylor and Grand Canyon losing, but here you see Houston and Texas A&M with the rights to play Duke coming up.
I'm so impressed with San Diego State's defense. I mean, they're so disciplined. They stand a stance. They keep guys in front of them. Their help defense is beautiful.
They've got 56 points with 15 to play, and that's going to win a lot of games for them.
Nolan gets the contact and an and one coming.
A beautiful set right there by James Jones coming out of that timeout. The pressure release. You can do it off the bounce. You can also do it with the back door. Great cut there. They're picking on Ledee, and that's a big-time pass. Really nice finish there by Matt Noling.
Nolan growing up about 45, 50 minutes from campus. Offer to come play at Yale his junior year. The third offer that he received. He had that big shot, as we mentioned, that game winner against Brown in the conference tournament. 15 and a half to play. Lob play to Ledee. He just turns, takes the contact against Wolf, and Danny Wolf commits his second.
It must be nice to have Ledee. That wasn't even there.
Not at all.
Trammell just throws that up. Ledee goes and gets it, and he makes something happen.
Let's check in with Lauren.
Lisa, watching Ledee power his way with his strength. I watched Aztec players come off the bus today. Every guy's rolling their bag, right? And then there's Jaden, who's full on carrying his giant suitcase. It has wheels, but he won't use them. He said, that's the easy way out. I'm weight training, and if I roll it, that's a missed opportunity to get stronger.
I mean, that's the way he looks, Always looking for an opportunity. You know, we were all talking about just upper body. I get to see Giannis Antetokounmpo almost every single night, and his upper body reminds me of that.
I'm with you, Lisa. It totally does. I think just to add, but then his lower body is bigger than most, so he's put together.
Is there a comparison, an NBA comparison you can make, Smitty?
No, but I'm thinking all defensive ends and linemen at the NFL level.
Antonio Gates,
yes.
That's who we're thinking.
He's shorter than most, right? At that position, 6'9", 240 is what he's listed at.
6'9" might be a little generous.
And a loose ball foul. We'll take it out here from the baseline. Townsend's third.
They're going to review this, I think, for a hook and hold.
You are correct, Robbie, but it is the third on Townsend.
Well, that's probably... Now, you got to clamp, and I think that's probably the definition of clamping.
I was going to say, if that's not.
The funny thing is that when Steve and I played, like, this was the last-ditch effort to rebound. You know, this is what they would say, like, dude, hook him and hold him. Like, that's what you got to do.
Whatever you got to do, go get it.
You talk about that brute strength, though, trying to move him. It's like trying to move a house.
Yeah. I mean, you're just trying to survive.
Again, Ron Groover, Paul Sells, and Matt Potter are your officials. Watch whip-around coverage of all men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with Fast Break presented by Nissan. In the March Madness Live app, you can download it now. We got a decision, Robbie Hummel.
It's a hook and hold.
Ledee will be taking 2 shots, right?
You guys in favor
I
of
believe
that,
so, yes.
of that
No.
rule change?
I'm sorry?
Are you in favor of that rule change, the hook and hold, the emphasis that they had many years ago?
I go back and forth. I think of the play where Kevin Love got hurt in the playoffs. I'm like, we need to eliminate that, where he gets his shoulder just pulled out of socket. But there's some plays where it's like, man, that's not really a flagrant foul. I go back and forth, man.
I don't think that one, it's a hook and hold under the rules, but I don't think that should be a 2-shot.
Yeah.
That one wasn't flagrant.
He's just holding it.
He's just holding it.
and hanging on for dear life.
But then you're asking the officials to be subjective about it at the monitor, and that's not a good thing either. So I understand why it's a hard thing to officiate.
The D splits the pair. 23rd 20-point game of the season, his 6th straight 20-point game.
He still has 15 minutes and 9 seconds left.
Think about the burst, though, that he's made. I mean, 601 points in his first 3 years of college play. He's in his 3rd school. And now over 700 points that he scored in this season alone.
Jeffrey told us that he held him back last year. After he redshirted, they said he was just getting buckets in practice, but you got Matt Bradley, you got some other guys that are on the ball.
Good ball movement there, but it's Waters who couldn't bat it off.
This is where Wolf is pretty good. Look at his skill level handling the ball.
Pulikitis is pretty good at that, too.
Gotta have discipline there by Trammell. He goes under on the dribble handoff, and Pulikitis is lining that one up.
Didn't have a point in the first half. Now he's got 9 and a couple of 3-point makes. There for Trammell.
Danny grabbing rebounds and also bringing it up and making plays.
So you can keep San Diego State on the perimeter. I know they've made them. They're 9 of 21, but that's what you want.
This is beautiful by Trammell.
Trammell, another steal. Ledee, look out! Oh, magnifique for Ledee.
Trammell's everywhere.
He is.
That post steal, he went under the arms. Pulikitis and got that steal, and then the loose ball. Got down on it, drew the jump ball, and there ball San Diego.
He's got 3 steals tonight, guys.
Up, under, and I'm out.
Start the break.
And how about that defensive back? Here's the dunk. How about the defensive backcourt with Trammell and Butler? They've got great chemistry. Trammell was talking to me about how they really go at each other in the summers, right? Trying to read each other, how you know, one guy's going to try to turn the offensive player into him. They just have that chemistry. You know, chemistry offensively. They've got chemistry defensively. Good luck to defending that tonight.
Hey, Nick Townsend did an excellent job. Pushed him off the block, got him at the free throw line, and Benitez turned and fired and made it look easy.
26 points here tonight. This is coming off of an NCAA tournament program high of 32. In and out, Stein for the rebound. Casey Simmons draws the foul against Ledee. Danny Wolf have free throws coming. It's the first personal only on Ledee.
A board by Casey Simmons. I mean, just active.
That's what he is, though. He's an athlete. Saw him at Northwestern. That's what he was kind of asked to do there. Didn't get a ton of time. You don't see many transfers to Yale because of the academic situation to get into the Ivy League, but I suppose if you're at Northwestern, that's probably good enough for Yale too.
I'd like to say it's the Ivy League of the Midwest, Robbie.
Oh, yes.
They or you?
Watch CBS Sports HQ. I got a promo to leave, excuse me. For free 24/7 coverage of the big dance and all the biggest moments in sports. Catch tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps, much more. Download the CBS Sports.
It's a valid question that Steve asked. I don't know.
Yeah, she's so professional. She's so good. It just ignored me.
Don't try to kiss up, sweetie. Falls. That's Milesburg. They're excited about him, only a sophomore. Good things to come.
Needs to add strength, but has a lot of ability. Big-time athlete, showing off the range tonight.
Yale daring San Diego State to shoot the 3, and they have 10 3-pointers. Their season high is 11.
Yeah, so that was the right game plan. I know it hasn't worked out, but that's the kind of play these guys.
athletic move. His first 2. Contact, and Townsend has picked up 4 personals.
6 points here tonight, 58 points in these 2 NCAA tournament games. It's been transition, it's been the mid post, it's been the low post, it's been shooting jumpers, it's been every possible way you could want someone to score. This dude has been unbelievable here in Spokane, and the buckets just keep coming.
It's a perfect description of him too. This dude is something special.
He's been him, for sure.
Redshirt year, technically his 6th year in college. Mentioned his 3rd school. He started out at Ohio State for a year, TCU for a couple, and then transferring over to San Diego State. We'll head back the other way. Ladib commits his 2nd.
I remember watching Ladie at Ohio State, and he never got to play. And then at TCU really didn't get an opportunity. And how about the maturity, though, for him to say, you know what, I want to take this year, work on my game, not try to get the appeal to play right away, and look at what you've got now.
It's persistence paying off, an example of that. Wolf tries to save it into the hands of Ladie, doing a little bit of everything. On the push, Saunders had a couple of 3-point makes in the first half, but he passes it up.
They had Ladie. He had
Nolan on his back.
Buried down there.
Waters can't get it. It'll be Yale basketball.
Reese Waters, you look back November, December, 24 against Cal, 22 against Gonzaga, 19 against St. Mary's. Early in the season, he was really scoring it. He just looks like a guy that's lost a little bit of his confidence.
He twisted his ankle in the Gonzaga game, right? And his shooting numbers going down in the non-conference compared to the conference season, in particular his 3-point shooting numbers.
They're still putting pressure.
Look at the way that Bird just beats that ball up, and Mbang just never recovered.
I mean, Bird all over Mbang. I mean, with his length and size, he could be a phenomenal defender. Just has to get stronger.
Yep.
These guys, Mbang being one, had other, major offers. And you see it a lot with the Ivy League schools. Academics come in as a #1 priority. There's Mbang who takes it away.
When you're recruiting at Yale, and it's certainly appealing to say you can make this 4-year decision that can help you for the next 40 years. Ivy is such an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. And for a school like this to win a game in the NCAA tournament, it's a commercial, right, for this school. James Jones understands that better than anyone. He said, I have loved to do these media interviews and the attention. In his words, people will say, I remember that bald head guy, right? I remember who he is.
I mean, he's done a phenomenal job. He's just been successful year after year after year.
You think about the number of coaches that have been able to stay in one place for 25 seasons. The list is not long.
396 wins, the second winningest coach in Ivy League history. Pete Carrillo is the one that you would think of that is leading the way in terms of wins in the Ivy League. And like the longest active tenured coaches, Campy, Izzo, Few, and Jones is sitting right in there.
Well, I remember going to Oakland's camp in '84. I think I was a freshman in high school.
The two-handed jam.
Greg Camper's still there.
Oh, what a win Oakland had at the NCAA tournament. Greg Camper's still there and still scheduling hard in the non-conference.
Wonderful year for them this year.
Mahoney, that's a long 2. Marcus Mahoney, he'll have no grad school year coming up, so this is it for him. Catch and shoot, it's another 3 for Miles San Diego State now has tied a season high with 11 three-point makes.
That's high-level stuff, though, from Lamont Butler to get all the way into the paint, play off 2 feet, and spray that out.
Largest lead of the game now at plus 30. No wing, soft touch. He's got 11.
He does. He has a great feel around the game, left-handed or right-handed.
Butler so strong, you can see it. The penetration. Jump ball, we'll give it back to Yale. And all kinds of subs coming in.
I just wonder if that could be the last time we see Jaden Ledee tonight. Plenty of time, but up this much. I mean, up 28.
If it is, he finishes with 26 points and 9 rebounds. So just a rebound shy off another double-double. Would be his 13th of the season. Double team coming. Nolan's in trouble, tries to split it and turns it over. Here's Parrish. San Diego State came out red hot. Ledee doing all kinds of things, and San Diego State knocking down all kinds of three-pointers in the first half. Built a large advantage.
Between that and then just the way that Yale went cold. They had some good looks early. They didn't go down, and it just kind of snowballed on them.
Allen not there.
Good steal.
That's a goaltender.
And pulling down on the net on the rim. The number 1 survives. Happy Houston fans, be prepared for history to be written, hearts to be broken, one champion to be chosen in the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. NHL on TNT playoff coverage begins April 20th on TBS and Max. How many times have we seen that fan in the Yale sweater this weekend? A lot. A good amount of Yale faithful coming out here tonight.
Great support.
The 2 for Parrish. And San Diego State keeps rolling. 7 points now for Parrish.
Trammell with 15, Butler with 6, Parrish with 7, Burr with 9, and Saunders with 8. There's been plenty of help for Ledee in this game.
It has. They're not stopping their focus on the defensive end. Good pass.
That's in their identity. That's part of their DNA, and that's not going to stop for the next 6 quarters.
Butler's got a little wiggle.
That's what I'm impressed. Usually with a lead like this, you kind of lose a little focus, start thinking offense. They are still playing hard into the gaps, still communicating and still getting through screens extremely hard.
It's a new season high for three-point makes for San Diego State with 12.
I want to save some of these for next week. They're going to need them against UConn.
Knocks it down, Emben. 10 points.
Honestly, Yale has nothing to hang their head about. I know this is a disappointing outcome of this game, but what a phenomenal win over Auburn. And James Jones and these guys just continue to elevate their program.
They felt like they were talented enough to win the Ivy League last year. That went to Princeton, to the championship game. And a turnover, here comes Simmons. Pulls up from mid-range. Powell with the rebound. And San Diego State, too. Interesting that they're playing in the East region for the first time. So a trip all the way across country over to Boston.
Their travel logistics will be interesting.
Yes.
It's not like Spokane to San Diego is a short drive. They got to either go home or maybe you go straight there.
A season high 13 three-point makes, and Trammell has a new season high with his 18 points.
We were worried about their outside shooting.
Well, they've proven that wrong for tonight. This ball moving on.
Got it in them. Just haven't been able to execute.
But that kind of sums up the way that this has gone for Yale. They've done some good stuff. They've got some good looks, and shots just have not gone down.
The Sweet 16 begins Thursday with the Nissan NCAA tip-off on TBS at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, followed by doubleheaders on CBS and TBS. And San Diego State, they're already making some plans here to take on the UConn Huskies, defending national champs.
I love his game.
He wheels and deals.
He wheels
and he
and
can really
deals.
handle that thing.
He can handle it. Great footwork, great vision, great feel for the game, can shoot it.
Lauren Shahadi, you still there?
Yeah, and I'm listening to Coach Dutcher still say defense. We were at the Aztecs practice yesterday, and I loved watching Coach Dutcher watching from 10 different angles. I asked what he's watching for. He said, I'm looking for walls the defense can't penetrate from every angle. He said, when I look back at that final UConn game last year, there were too many holes on defense, and it eats at me all the time.
Yeah, it will be a rematch. That would be interesting to see this go down in Boston. Teams meeting in the NCAA tournament after facing each other in the previous NCAA tournament. Last time it happened was 2007, Florida against UCLA. This is a team, though, San Diego State, that has handled maybe being a target with last year's success. I mentioned that it's transformed the branding of the school. Enrollment has doubled since that national title game run. On the deck, Wolf gives it up to Mbang, who's got the runway to do that. 12 points for Bez Mbang.
I think Yale's going to play hard to the buzzer.
Yes.
There is no question about that. They're well coached, good team, and it just hasn't been their night.
I'm enjoying them. I mean, they're down a lot, but they look the way they're still competing. He was trying to make a
pass to
pass.
shoot.
Opportunity. Pam can't get it. Nine rebounds for Wolf to go with his 9 points. And a turnover. We will take a timeout. 3.5 left to play before this one's complete. Refresh your fandom with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Clear-cut decision here in this one. It has been all San Diego State, 79-52, your score. 13 three-point makes, that's a season high. And Ledie's been taken out and been sitting the last, large chunk of change. The last 5 minutes he's been sitting with his 26 points, 9 rebounds. The 13 seed, Yale, is one of the Cinderella stories in the NCAA tournament. It's that win, the second win in program history against Auburn to hang its hat on here in 2024. Speaking of hats, James Jones, if you see him outside of a game day, he's always wearing that Yankee hat. Remember, he grew up in an offensive foul call, but he grew up a Yankee fan. You know what, Lauren Shahadi, I'm going to let you take the story here
Well, he doesn't know this, but he's potentially going to throw out the first pitch of the Yankee game in the Bronx. He seemed very confident in his abilities and said he could fire it across the plate, that his four-seamer has late life. So I asked Yankees general manager Brian Cashman if Coach could throw out the first pitch. Brian's in Mexico with his team. He said, we're going to try and make it happen. I feel like I should get 10%.
I think you should too. So the backstory on this is Mitch Henderson, the Princeton head coach, got to throw out the first pitch at a Yankee game last year. You know, after Princeton, of course, made it to the Sweet 16, all kinds of attention, and this is a nice moment here, too.
It is.
With this head coach saying thank you to some of his seniors exiting. But he thought, you know, Henderson's not really, I don't think he's a Yankee fan, so.
And James Jones is a diehard Yankee fan, so he should get to throw out that first pitch.
Excellent job. Shahadi making that work.
How about that?
Let's go, Lauren.
Well, she's our teammate. Where you want to throw it out, Robbie? Lisa?
Yeah, line me up
Bert,
in Chicago here.
Smitty?
Let's go Wrigley Field.
I'm the Detroit Tigers, baby.
Let's go. We'll all throw it out.
A nice moment with August Mahoney. He's a captain. I mentioned he has no grad school year, so this is his last chance, his last go-around, his last minutes playing college basketball. You guys know how that feels.
Well, it ends so abruptly, right?
Yes.
You never think this is going to happen because you think you're winning every game, and unfortunately, for all the joy that we see in the NCAA tournament, the other team has to feel the hurt, and that's the hard thing to see.
One team ends with a win. Yusuf Basa Ama causing the turnover there. Both of these teams going deep into their benches now. Wolf is, though, still in. The tip isn't there.
Shoot it.
I was going to say, anybody want to shoot that? Oh, he will.
There we go.
Kate Alter.
Yale ball.
Honestly, though, Alger was balling in practice, so I'm not surprised to see him get that up.
The motion on both sides. You know, our team this is our 6th game that we're completing here in the weekend in Spokane. Bert Bondi, our producer, Matt Lipp, our director, Sean Meehan, our associate director, Keon Grissom and Jeff Gordon, broadcast associates, DT Slothman, our field producer, Mike Cameron, of course, our production manager, Gene Skidmore, our statistician, all of those people and plenty more behind the scenes who have put in some work.
Good disciplined team, still running their offense, still executing.
And Wilhelm, our stage manager, who's provided you, Smitty, with small candy bars after small candy bars throughout the weekend.
Tea, coffee.
Everything.
Yeah, Steve's been taken care of over here.
He's let me see his phone, I can watch games on the side.
That's right, the end of the Houston game.
My man. We got a great connection. Robbie's been reaching over me, grabbing my Snickers.
Yes. You got the hookup on the candy. I'm kind of in no man's land here.
Rice makes good on the free throw.
Here's my guy. Give me another one. That's what I'm talking about.
All of these cups are all Smitty's that you see there in that shot.
There's my point guard.
We're going to keep everyone busy. We have highlights and analysis on Inside March Madness presented by Buick. It's next only on TBS. Adam Lefkoe, Jay Wright, Candace Parker, Seth Davis standing by. And the final tip-off and the final game here of this Sunday night. On the West Coast, San Diego State will be off and running for a national championship rematch with the UConn Huskies. Alger, turnaround baseline, what a moment for him.
We saw him acting as August Mahoney and John Poulikitis at practice yesterday, so good to see him rewarded for that work, just drilling that turnaround jumper.
His 4th point of the season.
I said, wow. Lisa said, uh-oh.
Dak Malloy.
1 minute remaining.
BJ Davis now will get his turn at the free throw line.
But the cool thing about this is to see how excited the guys that start and play and contribute on a night-to-night basis get overseeing the dudes that they know get them ready for all these games. The scout teams out there and the joy that those guys have to see these guys succeed. Pretty cool.
And B.J. Davis is up next. 6'2", freshman.
Four-star recruit.
Four-star recruit.
Rated as a top 20 point guard nationally coming out of high school. First point since January 3rd for him. Trevor Mullen. 9 seconds to shoot. Mullen with a good hard take. All right. His 4th point of the season. How about another? DJ Davis.
DJ Davis can play.
He's got some game right there.
Went for the pick, gets the foul instead. Mateo Rice back at the free throw line.
This speaks, Lisa, to the culture that Brian Dutcher has built at San Diego State, and certainly Coach Fisher as well. But to get to the national final last year and you lose Keyshawn Johnson and you lose Matt Bradley and Nathan Mensah, and here you are, just the winning continues, and you're going back to the Sweet 16.
Final few seconds, a very satisfying and dominating win for San Diego State. And they're back in the Sweet 16, winning 85-57. We'll take a quick timeout. Second straight visit, and it feels sweet.